Peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. So, if you've been keeping up with Colin Kaepernick, the NFL's request to get his litigation removed has been denied. And if you've been keeping up with Colin, he hasn't worked since March of last year. And of course, we know per NFL analysts and commentators, per those who study the game, almost day in and day out, they have contested and testified that this man is one of the best to do it. So why, the people are wondering, why is he without work? And it's absolutely because the owners have united, and they don't want the blowback from those racist, white supremacist whites, right? In the form of boycotting the NFL. And that's really, it's a money issue instead of a principle issue. And Article 17, Section 1 of the collective bargaining agreement between the NFL and the NFL Players Association, they're saying what the NFL is doing or what the owners are doing, it violates the agreement. And also, Colin Kaepernick's legal team will reportedly seek federal subpoenas for President Donald Trump and Mike Pence to testify. So his lawyers are trying to come with it. And if you've been keeping up with the league, they recently released, that the players must stand for the national anthem. They're going back and forth with the Players Association about it. And both Trump and Pence championed the new rule, with Pence even tweeting the caption "winning" attached to an article about how the new policy is a victory for President Trump. The grievance states that Trump and Pence engaged in various public relations stunts designed to retaliate against Mr. Kaepernick and other players that have joined in Kaepernick's peaceful protests, and caused Trump and organized force into collusion among team owners in their conduct towards Kaepernick. Yeah, really what Colin Kaepernick has done has really exposed the nasty nature of those who run, the mindset of those who run or the owners of these teams. And because a lot of people, think everything has changed, and that's not so, and the principle for which Cap stood, it was never about black and white people. It was never to try to belittle the country. He just was simply standing on the principle of standing for his people who have been treated unfairly and unjustly in this country. What man who loves his people would not stand up against tyranny? That's a true American patriot, right? That stands against oppression, right? That speaks truth to power, that uses his body like Christ. Christ said, if you're a true follower of me, you would deny yourself and pick up your cross. Well, that's what Cap did. He denied himself of the fame and the fortune and the millions of dollars he could have got for just being quiet. He denied himself. What a true follower of Christ that would give his body, give his life over for truth and for principles, right? What if we had more people like Colin Kaepernick, right, that would be willing to lay it all on the line, even though he's getting blacklisted, right? How many of us have been blacklisted from our jobs, blacklisted from the industry, blacklisted from doing what we may love because we spoke truth to power? Huh? When your time comes, will you be willing to stand against tyranny and injustice and oppression? Will I? Well, that's something that we're going to be called to see. So Colin Kaepernick is absolutely a role model for anybody who truly loves integrity, morality, right? The principles that this man has stood on. I mean, how could you say you love your country, and how could you say that you love freedom of speech and not love what this man has done? But oh, you hypocrites out there acting like because a man wants to take a knee during the national anthem that he's a threat to the country. You hypocrites. And the actual way that the flag is displayed violates as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has disclosed in a video on YouTube. You can look it up. NFL, Farrakhan, and then flag codes. Type that into YouTube, and a video should populate on how the NFL, the flag code says in order not to disrespect the flag, it should be displayed vertically, right? And the way that the NFL displays the flag is displayed horizontally. So they're violating the way that the actual flag code, which is the rules and the regulations for which the flag should be respected, they're violating one of the codes. So look at thyself. The scripture says that we look at the mote that's in our brother's eye, but it's a beam in our eye. It's a beam in the eye of the NFL, and they're looking at the mote, the little tiny infraction that Colin Kaepernick is doing, which is really his right, being an American citizen, right? So let us all look at ourselves and stop being so race, because really at the root of it is race. If he was a white man, he wouldn't be getting the blowback and the bad rap that he's getting. He would be called more probably an American patriot, standing against oppression. If it was white people in a predominantly black dominated country killing white people, he would be called a patriot. So let us all look at ourselves with all this hypocrisy that's going on. This your brother Monroe Jr. I love Colin Kaepernick. He's a true hero. I'm signing off. Peace.